Hello, hello, and welcome everyone. Good evening. So, tonight I decided let's do some rewatching of some of these maps that I've made. And I've got a map using the beam lasers that I've put at dangerous level. So I've rewatched a couple of those already. But this guy died 16 times, and I'm real curious as to how that happened. So we're going to watch this one first. But like I've said in the past, it's kind of always super beneficial to, it's always fun to watch people die a lot in your maps, but you really get the best benefit from watching people that do well. So yeah, I've got some glass blocks here so that people can see this sacred tomb. I think it's really clever because that kind of motivates people to actually look for it as they progress through your map, because it's kind of obvious that you've paid attention to that being there. So if you've got like a little like side path or something within your outpost, it kind of motivates them to go look for it because they know that you've created a path to that sacred tomb. So that can always get you, and in theory, you can put some traps along that line where that other path is. Yeah, this is cool because this guy's just checking everything out. But yeah, the glass blocks help there too. Like if you want somebody to go and kind of explore outside to kind of try and trick or tease them, the glass blocks are super helpful there. But yeah, so if you have some traps that are sort of out away from the harvester path, i.e. the guarding sacred tombs and stuff like that, I don't think that they do as much as far as like the difficulty level of your map, if you know what I'm saying. So if they if you have traps further away from the harvester path, that won't increase the difficulty as much as traps along the harvester path. So if you can kind of try and divert people and put traps in those other areas, you can get a little bit of benefit from that. So this guy dies from the guards, so that like bigger structure that I have up there is kind of where I'm expecting most people to die from. But as I've done some rewatches of this outpost, people are struggling more with these 4 guards inside this room than they have been with the laser room that I've spent way more time creating. So I guess it goes to show that just like simplicity and like mixing up combinations of traps and guards makes a world of a difference. So it's, yeah, like he's barely broke the entrance. And this new grenade launcher that he's using, I haven't used it very much, so I probably shouldn't, say what I'm saying right now, but like when I'm doing rewatches, people are really struggling with it. It can't, if you've got traps high up on walls or on ceilings, you can't shoot it. You can't shoot them with that. It needs to be a sticky grenade. Like that would make the world of a difference if it just stuck to whatever it hit. You hit a guard, stuck to their face, they blew up. Like that sounds awesome, right? Like, why is that not a thing? Alright, so this guy's being a little more conservative this time, but he still also dies like 6 times here. Like I came into this hoping that he was dying a whole bunch from the laser room, but he's dying from, I've got some tracking bolt shots. And then, the combination of guards in here is really throwing people for a loop. And down again from guards. Jeez. It's just these 4. Just these 4. And then once you trigger those bolt shots, like they're done, I think he killed himself to do a loadout change. Alright, crossbow. That's kind of cool. That's a decent idea too if you've got you know, if you have a lot of guards, people tend to want to use the crossbow because you get so much extra ammo with that, right? But then if you've got separate rooms that kind of would benefit from different loadouts, then you can kind of really, you know, force people into a pinch, right? So, you know, and this crossbow is good for him in this room, but it's really not. I don't have it, like, I think there's one more guard in this outpost. So, like, now it's kind of useless to him. Oh, 2 more guards. Forgot about this guy. So, yeah. Dead man switch, explodey guard down a ramp. That's, you know, classic. That's always a good, it's always a good idea. Good kill. So I slowed it down because I thought for sure, like, I'd get some awesome laser shots, but this guy was patient enough to just see that the lasers weren't going to hit him and then just wait. And then, you know, run into the room. So I've got bombs right in the middle. And I've kind of got them, you know, the lasers are just high enough up on the wall so that the bombs aren't destroying them. And I tried to position these so that they're not destroying themselves. And so it looks like we got him there. I didn't even see. So I thought he was going to survive, and then he didn't. Alright, here we go. So there's a 4-way split there. And I even, like, confused myself as I got into that room which way to go. So we'll come back down, see how he manages the guards. Still using the crossbow. Tracking bolts. There's that big synthite block up on top of that. Yeah, there you go. I'm like so drawn to those. I need synthite because I like building, so it's like you need all the synthite you can get. Alright, here come the lasers. See, I was hoping for more bounce of the lasers through this. I mean, that's still pretty good, right? But I was really hoping for more bounce of the lasers, like down the hallways as people, you know, approached and then tried to retreat. This is like glitchy when it stays, you know, the yellow line of sight stays with these lasers when you're watching the replays here. Yeah, I mean, these are doing pretty good. I'm not losing too many. It looks like I lost a couple. Yeah, so many people use these lasers, and then, you know, you gotta kind of think about how they're gonna destroy themselves. And so here I've got, you know, kind of been tempting people to retreat back down the hallway. And so then the lasers end up aiming down said hallway, and then they don't, you know, they don't kill themselves. They don't destroy themselves as often. And then I do have, I think I might have already triggered some of them, but there are some bolt shots down 2 of these hallways looking back up to try and kind of prevent people from getting away with, like, using their, like, shield weapon and or, you know, speed running it. And even in those examples too, the lasers will still track down whichever way the player runs. Oh man, that's a good one too. Look at it zigzag through there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There you go. Yeah, people are doing the best in this map when they're just like going up there, going up into this room and just letting the lasers go, and then getting the, you know, destroying the traps as the lasers are shooting. But yeah, sorry, we're starting to lose some of them here, just because he's triggered them so many times in different positions. Yeah, man, he's. I feel like he's more afraid of them than he should be. Yeah, that's a good. Maybe I spoke too soon, like that. That was good, like perfect angle. Like that's exactly what I wanted when I was building this. And it's like you test it out yourself. And it's like, oh, I mean, I guess that'll work. But then, like watching other people go through, it's like so much more helpful. All right, he's getting this down. Yeah, I mean that's kind of my strategy with with rooms with lasers is like go in and trip them and then see what they kill and see what you can get away with. It. You know, you just trip the lasers, retreat, and watch stuff die. Right? Like they're so good at killing other traps and guards. It's awesome. I feel like people are really, you know, it's like a fun trap to build with, but then people don't realize how destructive they are. So a few more like typical trap placements through here. So it makes sense that he makes it to the gen mat and doesn't die. But yeah, just bolt shots down hallways. And it's not even a long enough hallway because he was able to trip it and then duck back around the corner. But yeah, like I said, I spent all that time on that room with the lasers in it. There's another dead man switch guy, and it's almost like that you know, that ramp's too long if people get that kill early. But the blood all over the walls looks great. Coming back down, I had a laser trap at the end. You know, a second wave laser trap down there. And it was just, by the time people had dealt with all the lasers before in the other rooms, they just would run right up to it and kill it. So they got like no kills. But ideally, it would shoot laser back up, you know, shoot its laser back up that hallway, that angled hallway up to the gen mat and get a kill. But people were just seemed to be too used to it at that point. So I got rid of that one. I think I might have put something else back in, but I don't remember where. But yeah, just kind of keeping it right at the like dangerous level of difficulty instead of going to brutal. Get more playthroughs that way. Yeah, and all the lights in here change to red. I like this. So I do have a bolt shot up there, and he sees it right away. So that was a good eye there. But yeah, somebody sprinting, just running back down the escape hallway would get nailed by that, and a few people have. So I got the Sacred Tomb down here, and he's being cautious. But I don't have any traps on here. And there's two down the other side. See if it goes for him. Yep. So it's like, alright, maybe this one leads somewhere. And I got that, you know, I got these two marked with the path. So either way you go, you get to one. So I think I might have added a trap in here, as opposed to that laser one, that second wave laser one. Right outside the gen mat room. Yeah, I got an impaler on the corner here. But yeah, I just love like incorporating the tombs. A lot of people are dying from this bolt shot, but yeah, like I said, I love incorporating the tombs into the map. I'm just hating on people that don't at least mark where they're at, but you know, build them into the map or build them along the harvester path. I love that too. Like people that are building want that synthite drop from them. I need me some synthite, people. So nothing else down there, so I'll wait for him to come here. So I got a couple of tracking bolt shots behind some, man, like he is almost out and he still has a bunch of time left, so he must die and then struggle. Okay. But there's these two bedrock blocks to my right are kind of the last ditch traps on the way out the door, so he must get killed by one of these. But there's, so they're not really, those are fake blocks, and there's tracking bolt shots behind them. So it is kind of one way to get away with having two mods on a trap that only show up second wave, is by, So we got Relentless on there too, I guess, yeah. But yeah, so that's one way to have a trap that has, you know, two mods that aren't, you know, a second wave mod. So we'll go, you know, watch somebody else here. But yeah, so you don't, you know, you can put a hollow block in front of things that are second wave. You know, so the second wave hollow block, and then whatever trap you have hidden Then you can put whatever mods you want on that one, but it's still only going to show up for second wave because of that hollow block. So you kind of get away with a little bit of extra surprise there in that example. So this guy doesn't die at all, and he gets away with it, but it still takes him 10 minutes. Oh yeah, so he's using the shield. But like I'm just like terrible at timing the shield weapon, so I'm always kind of like impressed by people using this. But like this is the kind of the loadout that a lot of speedrunners use. Well, at least the shield is. Yeah, he's looking at the sacred tomb there. Like, how do I get there? So it's kind of nice to like plant that idea in people's heads. Yeah, go and explore. So these like acid cubes outside, these corrosive cubes outside the map, they're just there for decoration, and it lights up the thumbnail when people are picking your map, but also it causes people to go and like check them out. So I'm really hoping one of these days I do a rewatch and somebody like just accidentally touches it too long and dies. This is not even part of the part of my like the path and the layout. He's being cautious with the guards. Fair enough. Oh yeah, like perfect timing on the shield. Like that impaler would have got anybody else that did that. See how he handles the guard. No, just fine. I bet you he just goes up there. Oh, he's gonna retreat. Alright. Yeah, look at that. Like, got a good, two of them that made it all the way down the hallway. Did we lose any? We lost one. Alright. Bubble shield. Oh, man. Perfect move. Man, look at that. That's awesome. That's a good move. That is why I love the bubble shield. You just go in there and see what's up, and also kill some traps, like that. Those are defense backfires he just got. Now most of them are gone. Bubble shield, people. I like that bubble shield more than I like the Phoenix Pod. I really only use Phoenix Pod when I'm like forced to. It's just like, I'm gonna die. Like there's no way around it. And even then I'm still using the bubble shield. I get rid of grenades instead. Yeah, this is a good approach. Just making sure there's nothing else up here. Oh, he dropped Phoenix Pod too? Oh, he waited for the harvester to see which way he went. So I got napalm on that incinerator, and because of that first angle, it kind of it distributes the you get that like residual fire on two surfaces there instead of just one. Yeah, he's being smart. He's looking in the typical spots where you would see a trap. This impaler, I already got rid of it. Like this impaler and hollow cube there, no one was dying from that, and I was like, I couldn't believe no one was dying from it. Yeah, he hit. There's so it's a fake block, and there's a warmonger on the other side, so he must be able to hear it. Yeah. So he's harassing the wall to call up that warmonger for me as I'm doing the rewatch. Alright, this guard's got Dead Man Switch on him. And he comes down. Yeah. It's like, you know, he's usually I don't see people using the shield weapon and also playing conservative like this, so off to this guy. So here's the Warmonger. So I have him just coming right out to be standing right here around the corner, and I think I've changed him up too, because not many people were dying from him either. Oh, I think he's just like observing the scenery. Look at that. I didn't think that structure was that cool, but I guess it is. Yeah, dropped another Phoenix pod. So yeah, Warmonger's right around the corner, so I changed it up so that the Warmonger just runs up the ramp too. So I'll have to see if I get any kills that way. And then, yeah, I still had a bolt shot behind that hollow cube. Which again, you know, since it's a second wave hollow cube, you could put 2 mods on that bolt shot and get away with that. Not having to put a second wave one on. Yep, and he saw the bolt shot. So that bolt shot, I do get some kills from that second wave bolt shot that goes down this hallway out the door. But yeah, man, shield saves him again. Like, good timing. Yeah, that's it for tonight. We'll do some more rewatches, but keep an eye out for more Meet Your Maker videos. And thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time. We'll see you later.
This is how we save the world, one death at a time.